Hi Gemini, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for March 15th through 14th. Everything you need to know, these cards, everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. Also, this may resonate as yours or your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. There it is. All right, Gemini, how's everybody out there? Staying safe? Staying hopeful, I hope. Alright, Gemini's Harsh Truth reading. Okay, Three of Pentacles, right? The Emperor, that could be Aries. Another four. Four of Cups, oopsie. Two of Pentacles. King of Cups, that could be Pisces. Seven of Cups, alright. The Devil, that could be Capricorn. So we've got, you're thinking about something. What are you thinking about? Aren't you? What is it? 2, 3, 4. Huh. Then we got 6, 7. 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 7. Well, you have kind of walked away from it. You haven't walked away, but there's been something on your mind for quite some time now, Gemini. Thinking about how to handle something in particular, like what to do about a situation. Is this about your job? About this Emperor about? Oh, Two of Cups. All right, not too shabby. And Justice there. Okay, what's this Two of Pentacles about? Ace of Pentacles. Not too shabby either. What's this Four of Cups? Gemini. Ace, 2, 3, 4. Cups. So it's like you're dealing with someone at a distance. Okay, the Strength card, that's the number 8. What's this King of Cups about? It could be Pisces. It's King of Cups. Pisces or Cancerian, that's High Priestess. The Seven of Cups. 8 of Swords. Why? What? There's all this giving time across the board. Like people are like, okay, I'm gonna give you your space. Is it quarantine? Like what's going on here? Because this is kind of knowing that there's a connection, but for now we got to do things this way. And it feels like it's like there's this compassion and grace because whatever it is bigger than you two, and there's a respect for that. And like, oh, okay, all bets are off. We got to shift gears for now. Like there's this temporary reprieve, and this looks to be not really any different from that, except for things were kind of not too certain before this sort of break that you two are on. They were kind of not really. You were. It's like things were kind of disconnected before, and you were working your way back to each other. But there's been a new development or something that has kind of not delayed things, but kind of just added to the pile. It's just one more thing to consider. So. What's this? So both of you are still waiting, and you feel like you're kind of just keeping things calm, and you're really in a sort of an observant capacity here. Your person's much more. There's a lot more. It feels like mental energy, like anxiety or nervousness or just kind of worry, and you're just like, okay, we're just gonna kind of keep our cool here and do our thing, and no pressure, and I'll be over here, that sort of thing. And your person's just like, okay. What's this Devil about? Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune reversed. It is. Wheel of Fortune reversed. All right. What's Devil about? And the Hierophant. There's that 5. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So, yeah. You two have been kind of... This has been a long time coming. There's other things going on, and there always have been. There's always been other things outside, but for whatever reason, something's come along that's kind of like made that. There's just kind of like this calm that's descended, and there's no expectations. There's like this grace period, this window of grace here, and I'm not talking about a hall pass. But it just seems like things are kind of suspended. You're in a holding pattern, and neither one of you knows what's going to happen next. And you're like, well, okay, we're just going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. I'll tell you what, though, your person is more worried about this than you are. You seem to know that, you know what, we got this. There's a connection. I'm okay with this. I trust that we'll get back to that. But your person is not so sure. But your person kind of worries about everything. I think that the relationship is a low priority to them. Not that you are, but the connection is just going to have to be in the background for a while for them because they've got other things they need to worry about. And this is not over. And you two, something happened, but before that something, you two were kind of working up to getting back together. And then the thing happened, and now it's like, well, guess we're going to take it day by day. We'll just kind of see where this goes or what's going to happen. And you feel pretty stable and solid and just kind of assured about this whole thing. Your person feels like a stress grenade. There's a lot of like tightly wound up, and and it's not that they doubt the connection with you. It's just that more has come along for them to complicate it. You, not so much. You're pretty okay. So you two are but kind of back at not square one, but like square three out of like what, 5 squares, whatever. Of figuring out your normal, figuring things out. What else for Gemini? Yep, a lot going on. 5 of Wands. A lot going on. I don't feel like it's drama between you two, though. I feel like this is outside, just it's outside of the relationship. And that's something that's been showing up quite a bit, is that there's something looming over couples or partnerships. And considering what's going on right now, that would make sense. So, Gemini here for Gemini. Gratitude. Well, that's nice. You got strength there. Oh, okay. Your poor person. Oh, God. That poor thing. They're so stressed out. Oh. Can you see that? Yeah, I guess you can see it, right? Okay. So there's a lot going on, particularly for them. You feel good. You feel like you're like, you know what? I can see how this, I'll just be over here. Like, you're not mad about it. It's kind of like, well, it's more of the same, but it's not. And you know it's not, but it kind of feels like it. But your person's pretty stressed out. But they're appreciative and they're grateful that you're taking such a calm stance on this sort of separation or this sort of just you two being apart. They don't know. It's almost like like I said, you two were working things out before, but now whatever this is has come along, and they're really appreciative that you're being so understanding and patient with them, and that there is this sort of grace, because they've got a lot on their plate right now that they're trying to deal with. And it's kind of like you just feel really kind of calm and detached, honestly, which is not, I mean, it's, what else could you be at some point, right? Because you're not going anywhere. You stay with it this far, and you'd like it to eventually one day be able to, but you're being very compassionate about whatever they're going through, and it's very appreciative, or they're very appreciative of this. So, this could be Taurus, by the way. So that I honestly, like, that's quite endearing, because they really are going through it. This is someone that's just feeling like something just fell on them, and they're not handling it very well, and you're being very compassionate about it. So for that, you have their gratitude and their respect. This right here. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so we got the Emperor, we got 4 of Cups, we got the 4 of Pentacles. I thought we had another 4. Probably not. Okay. And then, so we got 4 of Pentacles and of Swords. Almost positive that's reversed. Hold on. Again, with the not being mad about it, just kind of accepting it. I'm like, okay, it has to be this way right now. I get it. Not mad. Not going to imposition. Not going to demand. Both of you, your focus for both of you is on taking care of you and yours. So there's a real sort of an understanding here that, look, I'm not mad that we had to put things on hold, or that we had to end things, or that we had to, this is compassion and grace and kind of suspending any kind of arrangements or expectations or obligations to sort of go into self-protective mode and handle all the drama, and not really sure what's going to happen next, but you're just going to roll with it. and it in a way it's kind of bonded you two. Whereas things might have been like before, this is actually served to bond you two. So unexpected, but I gotta say, there's just this quiet calm, which is good for you. Good for you. You're both focused on yourself right now, um, as you should be. But I think you would have it differently. I think you were kind of in the waiting position before anyway, but now more so because your person's just kind of they're going through it with something. They're quite stressed, so it actually it's kind of acting like a bonding thing for you. Okay. I wish you and your person luck, love, and support here. I hope you're able to come back together and get back into talks about what you two are going to do and when, because that's where you left it. And then something happened, and they're kind of over here quietly imploding, and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to be over here. Everybody stay calm. All right. Okay, Gemini, you take care. You and your person, you take care, okay? I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you for stopping by.